Welcome to another episode of Youth Convo, where the youth are given a platform to speak their mind, what troubles them, and to seek solutions to their questions. I am Miraba Lydia. In today's topic, we are going to talk about HIV. And to help me delve into the topic is my guest of the day. And without further ado, I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi guys, I'm Eunice.
Welcome. So, as you've heard, we're going to talk about HIV. So, Eunice, what do you understand by the term HIV?
HIV is a virus that causes AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
HIV is the virus that causes AIDS. And what about the abbreviation HIV? What do they stand for?
It stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus.
Sure.
Yeah.
Human Immunodeficiency Virus. And who can get HIV?
Anyone can get HIV, including the unborn and even the youth and the old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there are various types of, various methods of HIV infection. Yeah.
So, in general, anybody can get HIV. So, there's no specific like age group or age set that you can say that this is at risk. So, anybody can be at a risk of getting HIV.
Yeah.
So, how do people get HIV? How can you get HIV?
First, a child can be born with HIV during birth. If the parent is infected during breastfeeding.
Okay.
Yeah. Another mode could be having sex, having unprotected sex with someone who is infected with HIV.
Yeah.
You can still get HIV.
Yeah.
Another mode could be unsafe blood transfusion. Yeah. If you go donate blood, you're feeling unwell, and then you get blood that is from someone who is infected, you stand a chance of getting infected with HIV. And then the other mode could be sharing sharp objects, including the injecting of drugs, the syringes, that can place you at risk of getting infected with HIV. Yeah.
And also maybe sharing things like sharp objects, like razors, also needles, can also put you at risk of getting infected. It's true, because if somebody uses a razor and they cut themselves, and also maybe you use it, you will be at risk because you don't know the other person's HIV status. So it is always good not to share sharp objects.
Yeah.
True, it's very true. So as you've heard, anybody can get HIV. Those are the ways of transmission. How you can get HIV, and also there are some maybe, do I call it myths, or people think that sharing utensils,
even sleeping together with someone who is infected, sitting together, walking together, shaking hands, hugging, swimming can place you at risk of getting HIV, but those are just myths.
It's true. Yeah, some people think so, but when you share beddings, when you share utensils, when you share, maybe even if it's a mosquito bite, if a mosquito bites me, if I'm infected with HIV and bites you, there's no way you're going to get HIV. So those ways you cannot get HIV. So it is always good not to stigmatize people, like if you are at home and you know somebody has HIV, that you have a different plate for them, that you have a different spoon for them, that you have a different glass of water for them, because sharing utensils cannot transmit HIV. Yeah. So even hugging. Even hugging, actually.
Even playing together with children in school, people cannot get infected
with HIV.
There are the major ways that we just discussed about that put people at risk of getting infected.
So, and how can you know if you were infected with HIV? Because some ailments, other ailments, they have signs and symptoms.
Similar.
Not even similar, but like maybe if you have a cough, you start coughing, or if you have a flu, you have a running nose, something of the sort. So if you have a running nose, you'll be like, maybe I have a flu. But HIV, how can you know if you have HIV? So what are the signs and symptoms? Are they there? How can you know you have HIV?
First, you can only know that you have HIV only when you go for a HIV test. However, many people could be having like symptoms like coughing, as you've said, running nose, so sweating, fever, and then they associate themselves like they could be infected with HIV, which is not true. So the only way that someone can know they are infected is only when they go for a test. You do a test, and then the doctor confirms that you are either infected or not. Yeah,
it's true, because she said you might be having symptoms, and they are just for other ailments, other ailments, So the best way we've said it's going for an HIV test, then you will be sure. So if you get tested, for example, and maybe you know if you have HIV or if you don't have, what can you do?
Before you get tested, the provider they do pre-counseling for you. They talk to you. They give you all the information before they do the test for you, and also after test they do a post counseling session. So either way, if you're infected or you're not infected, they'll be able to counsel you on how to live positively if you're infected with HIV. And if you're not infected, they'll also enlighten you on how to prevent yourself from getting infected. So they cannot rule before doing a test for you. They counsel you before and after, and then they help you on how to prevent yourself, and if in any case you react, they'll be able to tell you on how to live well positively with HIV.
It's very true. Okay, I know many people out here, they fear getting tested. Most of them, they just think that it's better that I live with HIV without my knowledge. But actually, for me, it's always good to get tested. As she said, you get counseled, then you will be told how to live. If it turns out to be positive, then you will be put under ARVs. Under ARVs, because these ARVs will help you boost your immune system, because HIV affects the immune system. So when you have HIV, you are prone to getting other ailments, like maybe diarrhea, like pneumonia, you see, like maybe coughing or other ailments. But when you are under ARVs, at least they boost your immune system. So it is always very good to know your status, so that if you have HIV, you are put under medication to help you live long. The ARVs, antiretrovirals, will help you boost your immunity and live long. And if you test negatively, and maybe you've been engaging in unprotected sex, or you've been engaging in other, like the modes of transmission, that maybe sharing of needles, sharp objects, then if your status is negative, then you'll change your ways. You'll change your ways so that you don't infect yourself from HIV. It's very true. So, and how can you prevent yourself from getting HIV?
Basically from the modes of transmission, you'll be able to prevent yourself by abstaining from sex. You can also prevent yourself by using a condom every other time you're having sex, and also avoid sharing sharp objects, including needles, syringes. And also, if you're hanging out with a bad company that could easily influence you, you try to moderate. And make sure you choose the right
friends. Bad company that maybe will make you maybe use drugs. When you use drugs, you lose control over yourself. And the decisions you will make when you are under influence of drugs will not be not make sober decisions. So you're supposed to at least have friends who don't engage in
taking
drugs, because also you don't make informed choices. Like for instance, when you are under influence of drugs, it's very easy for you to have unprotected sex. It's very true. So it's always good to know your friends and to have companies who have got
that could not influence you in a bad way.
Could not influence you in a bad way. As we said, abstinence is the only 100% surest way to prevent yourself from HIV and other infections. So for expectant mothers, it is good to always to visit antenatal clinics. because when you visit antenatal clinics, then you will be advised on what to do. Because what will be administered to you and what you should do in order for your child
to have a safe delivery.
To have a safe delivery, and even after delivery, you will be taught on how to maybe breastfeed the child so that the child does not get HIV. Because when you don't go to antenatal clinic, and you don't know even your status, you have high chances that if you are infected with the HIV, your child also will be infected with HIV. Because maybe during delivery, or if you deliver at home. For instance, you didn't know your status, so you deliver at home. What will happen?
The baby will be infected.
The baby will be infected. But if you go to antenatal clinic and you go and deliver in the hospital, then there are drugs that are administered to you before delivery and during delivery to help you deliver safely and a healthy baby. And also you'll be advised on what to do in order to your status, your child's status remains remains negative.
Just to add on whatever they say, even after delivery, you have to do 6 months exclusive breastfeeding. To enable the baby's immune system to improve and to not be able to pass the virus to the baby. So mothers are expected to. You are either do not breastfeed, or you breastfeed 6 months.
Exclusively, because the breast milk is safe.
It's very safe.
So, being that now we've looked at you say that there are no signs and symptoms. We've looked at the modes of transmission. We've looked at ways in which HIV cannot be transmitted. We've looked at some of the ways that how you can prevent yourself from getting HIV. Now, if I may ask, is there a cure for HIV?
There's no cure for HIV, but now if I'm infected, there are medicines, there are drugs that people are given that prevents them, not really preventing them, but helps them improve their immune system.
It boosts the ARVs.
They really help you improve the immune system and also decrease the CD4 count. So it's very important to be on these drugs, and they're supposed to be taken the entire. It's a lifetime thing. It's a lifetime, including following the advice of the doctor. To eat healthy foods.
Okay, as you've heard, it's true that HIV does not have a cure. You will take ARVs for the drugs that will help you boost your immunity, just in case you're infected with HIV. You also said that the only 100% surest way to prevent yourself from getting HIV is by abstaining
from sex.
Yes, abstinence is the only 100% surest way. Also, use protection, use a condom each and every time you do have sex, and also you be faithful to one sexual partner. If you're married, that is, whose status you know, you have to know their status, because you can be faithful to a partner who's already infected. You see, so that means that they'll infect you. But if you're faithful to one sexual partner whose status you know, then at least you'll be able to prevent yourself from getting infected.
However, being that there are many different modes of transmission, the other thing is for the expectant mother, the way we just discussed earlier, it's very important for them to go for antenatal clinics.
Yes, that should be emphasized. Because nowadays, early when in the 90s, maybe there were those people who said there maybe blood transfusion played a role. But nowadays, blood transfusion doesn't play a role, because if you donate blood, it has to be screened. So when it's screened, at least if it is screened and it has HIV, then definitely there's one who
cannot be transferred
to someone else. So thank you very much for keeping us company here, and I hope you've enjoyed the discussion. kindly share, like, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Until next time, bye.